researcher in physics. Now, we don't control our destiny. We lived in a dictatorship that was at the same time an oppressive colonialist regime. We had, fortunately, a revolution. That revolution led to the liberation of the former colonies and to democracy in Portugal. And at that time, as a student, I was a volunteer working in the slums of Lisbon in different areas related to health, education, and I felt the compulsion to get involved directly into politics. And so, I never became a researcher in physics. And I am envious of all those that will be able to contribute to the well-being of humankind through the scientific work that is as necessary as the political work to make sure that we can live in a better world. And I'm very pleased to start this visit to India because I have a double love affair with India. First, because of India's culture, history, India's people, and its contribution to today's world and to the world civilization. And the second reason, because my wife was born in Goa. So, with this double love affair, I'm delighted to be here with all of you. And it is indeed a pleasure to be in the Indian Institute of Technology, Bombay, to talk about the partnership between India and the United Nations and strengthening South-South cooperation. And I'm also delighted to celebrate with you the 75th anniversary of India's independence, Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. I congratulate India on its achievements over the last 75 years as the world's largest democracy and now as the fastest growing major economy. As an engineering graduate with a lifelong commitment to education, I feel, as I said, very much at home at IIT Bombay. The Institute's global mission and long history of transformative education make this the ideal place to talk about the strong partnership between India and the United States. India was a founding member of the United Nations. The drafters of the UN Charter took great inspiration from Gandhiji's message of peace, non-violence, and tolerance. And thanks to an Indian woman, Hansa Mehta, Article 1 of the Universal Declaration of Human Rights recognizes the equality of women and men. All human beings are born free and equal in dignity and rights. Human beings. Some people thought it should be all men, to the old traditions of the past. Now, as a founding member of the non-aligned movement and the Group of 77, India has always been a leading advocate for the concerns and aspirations of developing countries. India is also the biggest provider of military and police personnel to UN missions, including the first all-women UN police contingent to a peacekeeping mission. Over 200,000 Indian men and women have served in 49 peacekeeping missions since 1941, a remarkable contribution to peace in the world. As a member of the Security Council, for the past 2 years, India has contributed significantly to promoting multilateral solutions and to address crises, and welcome India's initiative on greater accountability for those who target peacekeepers. So, dear students, dear members of the faculty, our world today faces mounting global challenges. Countries still reeling from the impact of the COVID-19 pandemic are being battered by energy, food and cost of living crises, accelerated by the war in Ukraine. Old and new conflicts have displaced more than 100 million people all around the world. The devastating impact of climate disruption is more apparent by the months. You have felt this across India, from heat waves in the grain-growing heartlands to flooding in the northeast and coastal states. Halfway to the finish line, some of the most fundamental sustainable development goals have gone into reverse, moving backwards, instead of moving ahead. More people today are hungry, more people are living in poverty than a few years ago. And today I'd like to focus on India's unique opportunity to shape the global agenda as a principal player and a model for others. As the home of 1/6 of humanity and the world's largest generation of young people, India can make or break the 2030 agenda and the Sustainable Development Goals. India's success in translating the Sustainable Development Goals into action will mean the difference between success and failure for up to half of the global Sustainable Development Goal targets, for more than any other country.